What's up, everybody? It's SuperSmallchibiwolf here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Tenchi Muyo. So let's get into this. Now, first thing I'm going to talk about is the characters. In my opinion, I love the characters. You know, they were enjoyable. They were nice, hearted. I would say, yeah. You know, had heart. The characters is what I'm trying to say, which is a good thing if you did not know. Man, I would say overall the characters were pretty cool. You know, you got Tenchi. He was more of a no, more like a calm dude going day by day, trying to be like. I think what they try to do with Tenchi is try to be a relatable character. You know, trying to be like, oh man, this is my adventure. I'm going through all this. You know, that was his character. Then you got Ryoko. Ryoko, in my opinion, you know, she was the cool, funny one, the great fighter in the group. You know, she had different personalities, which made her more interesting. And also, she was the sneaky one, doing stuff such as trying to give attention and being the rival of Ayeka, which I'll talk about a little bit later on. But moving on with Ryoko, man, Ryoko, in my opinion, you know, she was also the drunkie, and man, I like how they had like Ryoko have different different things to write about with Ryoko, you know, and that was the thing I enjoyed about Ryoko herself. You know, she wasn't just like the drunk one or the one who wants to be a little rivalry, you know, or this. No, she had a little bit of everything surrounding her, and I enjoyed that about her. You know, now I will be honest, man. It was a few scenes where I was like, oh man, what's going to happen? You know, what's going to happen with another character? And then it's like, boom, Ryoko ends up messing it up, and it's like, ah man, shit. You know, but out of all, I say Ryoko is one of my favorite characters in the anime. Now, Aika, I think that's how you pronounce it. So please work with me. So Aika, in my opinion, you know, she had like spiritual powers, something similar to Reihino from Sailor Moon, or what was his name? Roshi had something similar too. What was it that orb thing? Like it catches like spirits or something. And I forgot what he calls it. But for Ayeka, it's like these little electric things that fly up in the air and just like trap their opponent in like electric field or electric attack. Something like similar like Pikachu, electric thing, but with little things that fly up. And it was pretty interesting, you know? I like that. And also, I wouldn't say she's the best in martial arts, you know? But um, yeah, mostly she had more of the technology based attacks. And yeah, moving on from that, man, I enjoyed also the police in this anime. They were me, oh man, Kion and me, Mihoshi, I think they called it. Mihoshi. Now, let me just and let me just say this real quick. I didn't think I said it, but I watched the sub, okay, because the dub, but man, okay, I thought, um, okay, it's not as bad as what was it called? That other one I watched with the weird shit, man. That was some weird ass anime. The last anime, I think it was, where I said, yeah, it ain't the best anime out there. You see, is I forgot the name of it, so that's how you know. Something like Star or something like that. But basically, it's like the dub, man. It wasn't that good. The sub was way better in my opinion, and you know I also talked about in my last review. I think it was that one. Because you know sometimes I think it is that one, and then I check and I'm like, oh wait, that was 2 reviews ago. So, you know. But moving on from that, this one, it I recommend sub, 100%. Like the dub, man, it was okay-ish, you know. And if you ever heard my rating system, that is not, that is wow. You know, no. Skip the dub. But moving on from that, we're losing off topic. Mihoshi, man, I love this character, man. She was the funny one. She was the one to bring comedy. She was the one to, you know, when it gets serious or here and there, she was the one to lighten things up. She was the one to just be creative and just fun character, dude. I really love this character, man. And also, I would say Dude, how did she become a cop, dude? Because it's like, oh shit, dude. I really enjoyed this, man, this character. She was one of my favorite characters, man. And next, man, I want to talk about Keon, man. Keon, dude. She was the talented. Okay, well, Mihoshi, she was like the funny one in the group doing the comedy. Keon was more of the serious type. I saw her more compared to. I would compare her to badass females such as Cammy White, Sonya Blade, someone in Jill Valentine, these cool badass females from gaming because she was like that. Oh, I'm Jesse from Final Fantasy VII, and man, just like those characters, I love this one, man. She was interesting. She was serious at times when it was acceptable to be. It wasn't like she was always like blah 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 blah. Serious character, you know what I mean? And another thing about her is, I would say, dude, if what was it? If they ever make like a movie or something about that, I would be hyped because, dude, I love the characters. Out of all my, the main thing is I love these characters, and I think she was one of my favorite out of all. It's really hard to choose because each one had their moments, and each one even made it more me like them more in certain episodes. So character wise, let's just say out of all, I love them all. Also, they have a thing in this anime where it had what was it bunny alien thingy called Ryo Oki. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's basically like this bunny rabbit alien that transforms into like a spaceship, and it's just cool, man. I really love that too. Out of all, I think this anime it does good at the ideas it had to the characters, to the music. The music was good too. I enjoyed that too. You know, so story wise, it was interesting. That means it's good. Characters were amazing. The Keon, man, I love Keon, man. And damn, I think they should do another movie. If they ever make another movie of this, I'd be the one to be like, yo, I want to watch that. You know what I mean? Just like Dragon Ball Z made that movie earlier this year. I was like, yo, I have to watch it, man, because I love the movies and I love the anime. Like later on, I also say, when it comes to character development, like there are some characters that do get developed good, and then there's just other ones that I felt like it's not necessary to do character development on them because they're already acceptable, as a character. You know what I mean? And when it comes to if you were trying to look for an anime that's like, oh man, I want to see a big adventure where people who act like a stupid ass, and then later on they become this general or something like that, mature. You know what I mean? But let me just say this: that's not in this one because my friend was recently. I had a discussion with him about this because he said, "Oh, when's your next anime review?" And then I told him like I'm in the middle of watching this one, Tenchi Muyo, and then he's like, "Oh, how is it? Is it like blah 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 blah?" And then I was like, "No, it's more like And then he was like, "Sounds interesting." Now I would say, now I'm not going to spoil anything and nothing at all for all you, but let me just say, when it comes to the fight scenes, man, I enjoyed the fight scenes they did have, especially the one later on. Now, I won't say more of that. Let's just say it was interesting and fun, the fight scenes. Now, when it comes to coming to, what was it? What made it more interesting? What made it more dragging? Because not just the characters, I felt like, the characters each episode and all that made it more interesting. I would say also music wise, it was pretty nice the music they had. And I wouldn't say it's nothing like super whoosh, you know what I mean? But it was a nice songs they had, and some were really good, better than others. And I also enjoyed it. I know, this is like an opinion that a lot of people might be like, what, dude? But man, maybe it's because of nostalgia, but in my opinion, nostalgia, how I heard it, the definition being is, you think it's like wow, wow, wow. You go back and it's like, oh, you know what I mean? But Hey man, I do like the art, man. I love the art of classic anime. I really do. Don't get me wrong, now it's cool, Dragon Ball looking. What was it? Super, I think they're on. And dude, that shit looks amazing. Don't get me wrong, but I do love the classic look. The hand drawn and all that. And what was it? I don't think this was hand drawn. To be honest, like I've seen some that were, and then they look really cool. Like I like the talent behind that. And this one, it looks great too, in my opinion. So I talked about the characters, talked about what I thought about here and there. I talked about oh yeah, but by the way, did I say this yet? This is the 26th episode of anime. Just wanted to point that out. And now talking about the music, characters, story wise, my opinion, and everything else. Let me set my final word. In my opinion, Tenchi Muyo was an anime which I enjoyed. The characters were lovable and cool. Each one brought in their own thing into each episode. It wasn't like they didn't try to be like a monster of the week or oh boom. They didn't try to rely on little things. For example, you know how like some animes, and this really throws me off. And sometimes I know I try to upload video after video, maybe one video a week at least, or a little bit past a week. You know what I mean? The reason I try, I would do a little bit more, but dude, I drop a lot of animes to be honest sometimes because it just gets like, you know what I mean? And also some stories on gaming, man. There's one I'm trying to wait for because I don't want to just be like the anime review or review of movies guy. So what was it? Stay tuned for that E3, man. Square Enix, bro. Oh my god, I love Square Enix, man. I can't wait, man. Near Automata 2. Hopefully they announce it. But moving on from that, that's getting off topic. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned if you want to hear gaming news because I'm talking about a few of them once E3 comes. With that being that, I hope you enjoy. Comment down below if you saw this. Tell me your opinions, and if you're interested, I'll link the show below. Until next time, bye.